Today's sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Indianapolis Colts. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the third quarterback taken back in April's draft, Dwayne Haskins out of Ohio State.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a two free.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On the ground, it's Geis. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
He's got Evans. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's Haskins. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a defensive player of the year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 16. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Now a run with Geis. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Geis. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. 25 yards that time. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Melvin Gordon, the 2-time Pro Bowler. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. The numbers a week ago from Melvin Gordon. 17 carries, 64 yards.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working. And they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. So matching field goals on our opening two drives.
Yeah, it feels like two boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
And we shift to spotlighting Mike Evans. The early returns for him, very good to start this season. Interesting to see if he can keep up that torrid pace.
Yeah, when you're talking about averaging 100 yards a game as a...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Looking to throw, Haskins. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away their timing.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the gun, it's Carr. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
Here we go.
Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. Now Gordon on first down. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. From the gun now on third down, Carr. And able to find Conley. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On first down, it's Gordon. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was excellent downfield. I think he was more throwing that football away than anything else.
Yeah, absolutely, because everywhere you looked, they were covered.
Sometimes it's better to go ahead and be convinced that there's no place to fit in the football than to go ahead and force it and turn it into a bad play.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Todd Davis, the Broncos' leading tackler last year, up to make the stop. To throw on 2nd and 6. Carr. Stocker's got it. Complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Carr now to throw. Caught here by Conley. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're...
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And Charles, he's able to dive in there in a short yardage situation.
Just find a place to get to the end zone. Didn't matter where it was, but once he did, used his nose for the end zone and dove in.
So that one, a 13-play drive in total. And it's capped off by a touchdown run coming from Melvin Gordon. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Haskins. And this is caught by Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. He finds his target, it's Evans. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping that one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Again, Geis. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Darius Geis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like a little bit of courage in play calling, too, because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's capped off by a Darius Geis touchdown run. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. Carl try it again on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. On play action, now Carr. He's going deep for Brown. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Waiting on it will be Richie James. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. Now Haskins on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. Another try after the first down sack. Haskins. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Geis. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
All tied up at 10, 2 minutes left in the first half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Geis with a carry on 2nd down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first. Now this from 43. The kick by Lambeau is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Carr. He's going deep for Brown. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. 2nd and 10 now. Haskins. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
He completes it to Evans. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Haskins now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Now Haskins to throw it. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Haskins now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
Robinson's got it. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Let's go, team. Let's go. Hatchet. Kill. He's checking. Crash.
Geis, they'll try to run it.
Go.
They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining. On the ground, Geis. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete on second down now. It's Gordon, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He gets it to Brown. Good play. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. From midfield, here's Carr. Now this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Shotgun now for Carr. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. And the tight end Luke Stocker was the target. And it's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive. Knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball. that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that's going to tie us at 13. So they come away from this opening drive in the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
Mike Evans and the rest of the offensive unit heading back out there now. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. Evans has it left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break up their routes quickly as well.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film. So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
1st downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
On 1st down, Haskins nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack on 1st down, Haskins, and he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. Haskins now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Haskins. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
To try again after the sack. Haskins, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Evans. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll run for it. Geis. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Haskins will throw. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
Extra point try by Bailey. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. T.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. Now a big spot for the rookie Haskins. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. Now Carr. Got Gordon open, completes it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. This is Hahn. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And able to find Conley. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Throwing now is Carr. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Carr going to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game, his 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a 1st down. Here's Haskins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. With his guys trailing here in the fourth, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Haskins. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Haskins to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player, not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Looking to throw, Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Here we go with Haskins. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Matthew Ioannidis in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Now Haskins. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now Haskins to throw it. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that